It is time to buckle up for Skip versus Ernestine. This is round 84. She's looking spiffy. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
That's Ernestine. I'm that guy.
Skip.
And she somewhere down
She's
below
down
us is Hazel. She'll make her cameo appearance and begin
Sure,
to
she'll
dig
be
behind
digging.
me pretty quick. She digs this show.
Digger.
We will
Digger.
get to the, yes you do. We will get to the latest on Hayden Panettiere. Is that how you say her name?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. We'll do that in just a moment, but first a couple of comments and then a quick story about my trip from hell.
Oh, yeah.
This is from @Rav Hollywood, who says Skip is always jacked up on Mountain Dew,
Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew, but always
As in
jacked up.
Talladega
And I
Nights.
am jacked up today, although now I'm drinking Snapple tea.
It was Talladega Nights.
Mm-hmm.
He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That was funny.
The dinner table scene, classic, all time.
Great.
Oh, guess who?
Great. Oh, no.
There she is. She says, "Come on, Mom,
Oh,
hoist me
boy.
up."
She's coming up. Hazel, come on up. Up.
There
We
she
got
is,
the
the
big
star
load.
of this show.
We got the big load
Hi.
up here.
Whoa.
Oh, Hazel.
Hi.
Hazel, sit down. Okay. Oh, she's starting. She's digging early today.
She's
Hazel,
digging to China.
come on.
We don't get it,
Come
but
on.
we're amused by
Your
it.
butt is in my face digging. Okay. Calm
Hazel.
yourself down, Hazel. Calm yourself down.
Hazel.
Okay. Calm down.
And this is @Carolyn Weiss 9005, who says, "Spiffy." I used that
I
word.
said,
Spiffy
yeah, you
looking
did.
couple today. This is actually from last week. Ernestine's outfit, chef's kiss.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so
Way
much.
to go. Thank you, Carolyn.
So nice.
I agree.
Thank you.
All right, before we get to the crux of the show.
Oh, okay.
So very quickly, this is a classic Skip Ernestine scenario. I played golf last Thursday at my club, Brentwood Country Club, and I'm walking through the parking lot to my car, which I had gotten washed at the car wash there,
Right.
so it's backed into a stall, and it's washed. And I'm glancing at my phone, and my lawyer texts me with a sort of breaking news detail on a deal we're working on that kind of threw me for a loop, and I thought, yes, it's crazy.
Right.
And I tend to, as she tends to occasionally, she gets going too fast, I just get distracted.
Oh,
So my mind goes crazy over here,
right.
and I take off my golf shoes actually in the parking lot behind my car. It's
Right.
backed into a space.
Right.
And I put on my Skechers walk around shoes.
Skechers, you and Ringo.
Yeah, just because they're slip-ons and you can
Slip-ons,
just
yes.
slip into them. So
The only other shoe you wear
as,
besides
I
Jordans.
open the back of my car, the what do you call it? Hatchback.
Yeah,
It's a classic Corvette.
Corvette.
But it has a hatchback and it has a big fin across the back. And I have my wallet and phone in my hand and I place them on the fin and then reach down to get my Skechers and slip out of my Skechers golf shoes into my Skechers walk arounds. Okay?
Only other shoe you wear besides
And
Jordans.
I'm so distracted by the news of the day that I forget to take my wallet and phone off the fin, and I slam the
my God.
hatchback shut, and here I go. So they're sitting back there.
Yes.
And I've done this once before, but I realized it before I got out of the parking lot at Brentwood. This time I did not. So I told her I've been taking a new way home because you're fighting traffic. I used to go over down Montana to Bundy. Now I go straight down to Wilshire. And yet the street I used to go to Wilshire that has a traffic light to turn left onto Wilshire so I can head back to West LA, I get there, my new route, and it's closed. The street is closed. I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? So I get down a street called Stanford,
Right.
all the way down to Wilshire, and I find there's no traffic light, and it forces you to turn right on Wilshire because there's no way you can make a left turn
Right, it's a
across
main
all those
highway.
lanes. It's just,
It's a main
and
highway,
at that
and it's
hour,
crazy.
it's mid-afternoon,
Right.
it's gridlocked. So I turn right, and then I see an opening, and I think, I could maybe pull off a quick U-turn here. And on the far side of the street are parallel parked cars, but you gotta cut just
Right.
inside of those. And I think, I can make this. The light is still red over there. I got an opening.
Right.
And I wheel a big U-turn, and I go another 30 seconds, and my music stops. and it hits me like a bolt of lightning in the middle of Wilshire Boulevard it's in Santa Monica, that, wait a second, I left my phone and my wallet up on the fin on the back of my car, and it dawned on me when I U-turned hard, it stayed on there all the way there, and it flung
That's
them.
amazing, it stayed on.
It is amazing, but I couldn't go fast because when you leave the club and go down
it's
Burlingame
traffic.
to Montana, it's just trafficy and you're not going fast.
Right, but still,
But it's stuck on
amazing
there.
that it stayed
Yeah,
on.
I wish it had fallen off in the parking lot
Right.
at Brentwood, because
That would've
then
been
that would have been
easy.
easy, right? Then somebody would just say, oh,
Yeah.
look, and nobody's going to steal your
Right,
phone or
right,
your wallet in the
right.
parking lot at Brentwood. And here's my first bad break, followed by a series of pretty good breaks. But I immediately get off Wilshire and turn right, and I turn into this weird little alley of a parking lot between two little one-story office buildings where it's all angle parked in.
Right.
And once you go in it, you're just stuck because you're going to have to back into
very
Wilshire.
narrow.
Yeah, you're just stuck, and I'm like,
Right.
oh my God. If I had been able to turn around there fast, maybe I could have gotten back before somebody took my phone and
Right.
wallet. But it took me 10 minutes to go back and forth and edge and turn around without bumping cars. And I'm out of my mind because I'm thinking, oh my God, I've lost my phone and my wallet. And you don't think about the trauma of all the loss of all those things, all those credit cards,
License,
Social Security, and the phone. Everything in your phone is going to be lost.
know.
Okay, this is going to be terrible.
Yes.
And I can't call her because I don't have a backup
Right,
phone.
but you had called me to tell me you were leaving.
I had called while I was resting back
Right.
on there. I called to try to get her, and
was
I
out.
couldn't get her.
Right.
She didn't pick up. She was with somebody somewhere else. Okay, so I finally get free, and then I have to fight across Wilshire because you got to go back the other
Right,
way,
right.
and it's just impossible. And I'm
Right,
just
it's a
I'm just
highway.
trying to bully my way because
Right,
I'm
it's a
out of my
major
mind.
highway.
I am completely, utterly panicked.
Right.
And I finally break through, and then there's no place to park. So I go back up on Stanford or one of those side streets, and you have to go halfway up the hill to find any sort of parking on the street. And then you have to run back down the hill, and I run across, and I'm bullying my way. Now you have to cross the street through
Right.
all the lanes. It's 6 lanes of traffic. And I'm saying, hold it, stop, I gotta go. And I'm running across, and I get to the other side, and I'm like, would it have gone under the parked cars? So I'm literally down on my knees looking under 3 straight parked cars in front of the businesses
crazy.
there on Wilshire, looking nothing. I'm like, somebody already got it. Somebody stopped their car if it's in the street and
They
picked
ran
it
it
up.
over.
They ran it over. I don't know. So now it's not there. So I fight back across the traffic. I run up the hill to my car. Then I come back down and I retrace my route. Looking, nothing. I go all the way back to Brentwood. I see the director of security in the parking lot. He's in a cart and he says, okay, calm down. He says, at least you're okay.
Right.
And I'm thinking, yeah, that's pretty good, but
Right.
the rest of it is not okay. So we go around the parking lot just hoping it fell off. We ask the people at the car wash, no. I go all the way up to the woman at the front desk at Brentwood, and she says, well, did you try to track your phone? It's an iPhone. I said, yes, it's an iPhone. She said, here, can you sign in on my iPad and we'll look for it? And it was a miracle I remembered my password.
Well, she did find your phone.
But I remembered my Apple
Right,
password
right.
out of my head because
Right.
I didn't have it handy.
Right.
I've got it written down
Right.
back in my office here. And I somehow remembered it, and it's like, oh, thank you. And it immediately pops up. It's on Wilshire, right where I lost it. It's showing Wilshire.
Right.
So she says, well, you could go look for it. Maybe somebody's walking with
Right.
it. Okay, I'm going to do this. But before I run, would you please call my wife?
Right.
And she calls on the Brentwood house
So
phone.
meanwhile,
Now
meanwhile,
pick
I
up
had
the
been
story.
calling him because I
Yes.
thought,
What
well,
happened?
that's weird. He didn't call
I
me
knew
back,
she would-
and I
she would
was
go
calling
crazy.
him, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, I'm walking back," and then I didn't hear from him. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe he's on the other line. Then I called him
God.
again. Then I called him again, and the next thing I know, I see his his phone is calling
Calling,
me. So then
yeah.
I answer.
You're
I
like,
said,
"Hey,
I go,
hey,
hey,
what are you
what's
doing?"
going on? And some man says, I have a phone and a wallet. And I was like, what? He goes,
What?
I have a phone and a wallet. I go, where are you? He says, I'm in Brentwood. And I'm thinking, did he have a heart attack? Is he in the hospital? Did he get
Exactly.
mugged? Is he dead? Those are the four things. I'm Jewish, neurotic, crazy, and that's what I think immediately.
But I
Somebody
think-
killed him.
I think a lot of people would have a
Well,
flash
it's so
on
weird.
that.
Somebody is calling from your number and saying, I have a wallet and a,
Yeah.
a phone.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, he's calling me from some unknown number. So I tell the man, can you hang on?
Hang on a
And
second.
I get him and he says, I lost my phone and my wallet. I said, the guy's on
guy's
the other
on the
line.
phone.
So I said, I got back to the other man and I said,
He'll
my
be
husband
there.
will be there. And he said, don't worry, I have it, don't
Okay,
worry.
so you tell me it's Golden Beauty, except it was called Bolden Beauty because we're trying to translate
Well, I'm
on the
trying
fly,
to
and
write
it's
down
like
the name
operator,
of the man's
right?
address in the street.
Yeah, whatever. It's Bolden Beauty on Wilshire I think it's in Santa Monica or Brentwood. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's borderline Santa
Right.
Monica, but whatever it is, that's where it's supposed to be. And they said, just come and we'll be there. And I'm thinking, really, will they be there? Will this
They
work?
were very nice people.
They were very nice on the phone to her. So I
Yeah.
run and jump in my car. I go, she's going back. Hey,
God, my arm is killing
Okay.
me.
Hazel, where are you gonna go now? You gonna dig? Oh,
Anyway,
she's gonna bark.
Hazel, go
So-
sit down.
I go back down. I find a parking place on Stanford. I run back down the hill. I fight my way across the street. First, I thought it was on our side of the street. And I can't find
Wrong
it.
side.
It's
Had to
like
go on the other
whatever it
side.
is, 2920 or
Right.
whatever. We fight. I fight across. I see it. I run, and the doors open because it's very hot here right now. And this very nice man and very nice woman are just standing at the front desk,
Waiting
like,
for you.
"Wait, are you Skip?" "Yes, I'm Skip. Here." And I'm like, "This is incredible." And they were so nice. It's what's her name?
Mina.
Nina. I'm sorry,
Nina
Nina
and
and her
Ash.
husband. What? Arash.
Arash.
And she is the lead style. I think it's
They're a very good salon
I
and
think
very nice
they're
people.
husband and wife, but
Yes.
I'm not totally sure of that. I think they are.
Mm-hmm.
But they run the salon and it's highly rated and now by me highly recommended.
I hope so.
And they say, Arash tells me, yeah, this man is on the street right outside the door. Thankfully, it was hot enough for the door to
Right.
just stand open. And he's holding a phone and a wallet and he says, yours? And Arash says, no. And
He
Thank-
said, but give it to me.
thank God. Because the guy could have just said, okay,
Dumped
see
it
you
in
later.
a trash can.
He could have. So when I got there, my first plan was however much money I had in my wallet, I was going to give it to Arash and Mina
Right.
for doing this and saving us.
They're so nice.
And I go to look for the money, and of course, it's empty.
Right.
No big deal. I don't even know how much was in there. $150, $200, something in there. Fine. And,
Right.
and yet he says, well, I have video of the guy. Do you want to see
Right.
the video? And I said, not really. He said, well, here, let me just show it. And he's got it on his phone. He says,
Crazy.
here he
He's
is.
got like a ring camera.
Yeah.
Video.
Here it is. Here's what he looks like. And
Got it.
and I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. Where am I going to go with this? Am I going to look for him?
Pointless.
I got it back, and the
Shut the air, it's
screensaver.
too loud.
Oh, it's too loud. Okay. The screensaver on the phone. Is that what you call it? The screensaver. It was just crushed, as if it had been run over. But it also could have just skidded across the pavement and just sort of fractured all
Yeah,
of
I
it.
think it was
had
just hit
it was just-
hard.
Yeah, but once I got home and she pulled off the screensaver, it looked
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
And then we're operating the phone, and the phone was actually okay.
It's working, it was fine.
That's tribute to iPhone, that it could
Right.
take that kind of a fall on asphalt or
Concrete, yeah.
concrete and skitter across it and still be okay. But then when I tried to, I do some cameos, and I was going to tape some at night, and when I tried to turn on the camera, the camera
Yeah,
broke.
something had to give.
So we finally, on Saturday, we had to go get a new phone and start completely
With a new
over.
phone.
A small price to pay for what
Yeah.
could have been, thanks to my stupidity,
Well, it can happen to anybody.
would have been
Well, it could have been worse, so.
It would have been
That's what I say.
disastrous. But again, I
As long
was
as somebody's
fine.
not hurt, I could care less about
Yes, so Bold and
material
Beauty
things.
saved us.
very nice people.
And in the end, I'd say I was pretty to very
Yeah.
lucky.
Because you didn't have
To
to
be able
deal
to-
with credit cards, license, social security card, that's a nightmare.
Yes.
So if he needs the money, God bless him, take the money and,
So the moral to the story is then I went back to Brentwood on Sunday
Yeah.
evening. And she said, just remember your phone and wallet.
I
Don't
did.
leave them on
Said
your,
just don't leave them on
fin,
your car
right?
again.
craziness. All right, on to
That
our
was the
first question.
Excitement of last week.
That was the crazy, and yet, at least our rapport is good enough, our chemistry is good enough that as crazy as it was, our quick communication on the phone with
Yes.
her having the guy on hold, Arash,
Very good at multitasking.
she did it very quickly and effectively to juggle all the balls and make it clear where I needed to go and how I needed to get there and how fast I needed to get
Very
there.
good in crisis.
Yeah, she's good in crisis, and I can be as crazy as I get.
Although
I
if
can
it would
also
have
do-
happened in reverse, you would have been hollering at me.
I would have hollered
You
at
would
her.
have said, why can't you keep your stuff? What's wrong with you? Where's your head? You
Think.
never think. You go so fast. Why would you do that? And all I said was, well, thank God you're okay.
I know,
That's
but
the
there was the night during the pandemic when she thought she had cut her finger, literally cut her finger
Yeah,
off
but that's
in the
different. There's
kitchen.
blood splurting
Okay,
all over the
but
place.
the point was, you go so fast, you're.
Well, that's why I'm able to
and,
multitask
you know,
and make sure all your stuff is okay
I know,
in a
but
crisis.
I just tell her, just slow it down about 10 miles an hour. Just
Right.
slow down to where you're at least in control of what's going on around you, because most accidents occur at home.
Right, but I have more patience than you. You do not have patience.
I don't.
You don't. You call me, there's so much traffic, blah, 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 blah. And I say to you, just take a breather.
She does.
It's okay. It's LA traffic. It's nightmare. Anyway,
It is a nightmare.
onward and upward. He
We
got
do
his
have-
phone. We got a better camera on
We've
it.
got a
so-
better camera. We do appreciate all of your questions, all of your
Yes,
comments,
we do.
pro and con. Please keep them coming, and we apologize in advance if we don't get to yours. We will at
keep
some
them.
point. This is Byron from Corpus Christi. I love I went once there on vacation when I was a little kid. To the surprise of no one, says Byron, a lot of blame and blame deflecting has been going on to those that were close to Hayden Panettiere. I find this disgusting. You both were open in your thoughts on her tragic life, so would love to hear your thoughts on all that's taken place since. So do you want to go? You watched her.
I watched this morning.
the
She was on.
mother.
It was Good Morning America.
Yeah, it was.
And her mom was on, but you know what she wrote in her autobiography about her mom, and then the way that the mom projects herself are
Yeah.
two different things. But no matter, in the end, she's no longer here, and that's the problem. And you know, I'm sure her mother appears to be a stage mom, but she's an actress herself. But she really, that was her number one priority for Hayden, was to be her manager over her mom. So I think that probably played a big role in what happened in the relationship. And it's just unfortunate. And the boyfriend, when I keep reading that she did not want this ex-boyfriend around her, and then she let him back into her life. And I guess, I don't know if he's an enabler, and that probably was true,
Okay,
because he
just-
had a,
Most people know this, but Brian Hickerson is her boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and he went to jail for abusing her.
I know, but,
He went to jail for this.
and she wrote
has
about
been
it in her book,
accused
though.
several
Yeah,
times.
but it's like,
And this is the classic case of addiction, where you're addicted to him, even though he's harmed you multiple times before. And just 3 days before her death, he went to court once again to try to get his record of domestic abuse cleared. And he was denied once again. This is just 3 days before her death, because he could not prove beyond a shadow of a doubt to the judge that he was sober, because there was a recent video of him, a TMZ video, in which he did not look sober. Okay,
but she let him back into her life again.
so she let
it's
him
just-
take over her life again, and in fact, then the New York Times reported today that at her book signing for her memoir at age 36 in New York City,
She wanted to
that,
keep him
that
away.
her security was informed to keep him the hell
Yeah.
out of here.
And the mother said the same thing,
Okay.
but I don't know, but now you have these once child actors coming together saying there's gotta be better, you know, overseeing kid actors, but I don't think this has to do with that. It has to do with once she became an adult. It's not because she was a child actor. There are a lot of child actors that grow up to be okay. It's just,
I think
you
they
know,
all have
it's the
some
way,
issues.
but everybody does, but I think it's just the way,
Yeah.
you know, you deal with your life.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean just because you're a kid actor, you have to become
Yeah, but she's
a drug addict
one,
and a,
one of the actual few kid actors who goes on and has success
right,
as an adult.
That's what I'm
She
saying,
had
but
2 big hit shows that she was
yeah,
on,
and
right?
yeah, but doesn't mean just because you're a child actor, then you're gonna become that. So I don't think you
Okay.
can blame it on that.
All right, but
Sad all the way around.
the autopsy is not in yet, but the authorities in South Carolina, back in his home area, I guess
Mm-hmm.
it was, in South Carolina where she died, they have ruled no foul play
Yeah,
was
it's not.
involved.
She just-
So it's not foul play. Could
lot
she
of
have
pills.
overdosed? Yeah, that's
lot of
highly possible.
pills.
We still don't have the actual final
But he did
autopsy
have the
report.
drug there that is the OD, when you OD, that you take,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, the,
yeah.
I can't remember what it's
Yeah,
called,
I know.
narco, I can't remember.
The
But
antidote.
why
or
would you
whatever.
have that on hand if you're just, you know, I don't know, but sad.
That's a very troubled relationship that she just could not let go. But isn't that the classic tale of the abused woman?
Yeah, but she
right?
couldn't let go of the drugs. And I also
It's
saw
all
a video
tied
of
together.
her, she had really bad back issues, and I saw her at LAX not that long ago, maybe it was when she was doing her book, she was on crutches because she could barely walk, so, and what a beautiful, talented person, it's so sad.
It's very sad, and yet, in several ways, it's almost cliche predictable,
Yeah.
right? Not that we want to see anybody
Yeah.
die,
No.
but the circumstances are all like a Hollywood script, right? It's almost,
It's just endless,
yeah, it's like A, B, C.
yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of movies, it is an early time here
Oh,
in
yeah.
this show to do Skip and Ernestine Go to the Movies on the Couch, because we did want to dive in on something that we watched a few nights back called The Invite. It had been in the movies and been wildly popular in the movies. Had 97% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. And we watched it. Out of nowhere, it just popped up because it just now hit.
Seth
Your home
Rogen,
theater.
Olivia
Wilde. Penelope Cruz
yeah,
and Ed Norton.
Ed Norton.
So
Great
it's
cast.
basically a stage play shot for a movie directed by Olivia Wilde, written by Rashida Jones along with Will McCormick. But do you want to go first?
I was not, I know many people that, they love this movie, they thought it was the best movie, they've seen it 3, 4, 5 times. Because I am a Woody Allen lover, to me, it was just a rip-off of a Woody Allen movie.
Like Poor Man's Woody.
Yeah, it is a poor man's Woody Allen. His fun movies about relationships, and then you throw in a little bit more of a serious interiors movie.
Yeah.
And I'd rather watch Woody Allen, who is the master of
He is.
relationship movies. And this was just, and she was, Olivia Wilde, I like, but she was just playing a poor man Diane Keaton in this role. Kind of a scatterbrain Annie Hallish
Yeah,
character.
that's true.
And I just couldn't take it. I watched the whole movie, but I was not a fan.
Just for the record, 3/4 of the way through this movie, which is, I don't know how long it is, hour 50 or so, something like that. 3/4 of the way through, she turns to me and says, "Do you want to keep going?"
I was
As if
already-
she was
I
ready
out.
to chuck
I just
it.
couldn't take it anymore.
Like ready to turn it
Move
off
on.
and watch
I like
Jeopardy.
Ed Norton. I've always been a fan of Ed Norton, and I like Penelope Cruz. I like the whole cast. Seth Rogen, I love in the studio, but this was I just don't get it.
I found the dialogue annoying and distracting and off-putting,
Yeah,
and and finally turn it off-putting. Like I can't take it anymore between Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen. Okay, she disagreed with me on this. I'm not sure those two would have ever been together in the first place.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, she thinks Seth Rogen is sexy somehow,
There's something
and I
about
don't.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, but again, you can't say,
Okay,
he
but-
wouldn't be with her, she wouldn't be with him.
They didn't seem a match to me. They
Well, look
didn't
at
seem a
Diane
fit.
Keaton and Woody Allen. Same thing. Who would think that? And yet Woody Allen, there's something about Woody Allen.
Okay.
Creativity, sexiness, whatever. But the movie just lacked.
Okay, but there's no charm. There's no funny between the two of them. It bordered on Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and
Yeah.
I'm dating myself, going way back.
Oh, but it's a
My
classic.
mother actually took me, because my father would never go to the movies
That's
with her, so she
classic.
took me to Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf when I was like 13.
Right.
And it is rough.
No,
it is severe. It is borderline evil. What happens between Liz and Dick, as in Elizabeth
Mm-hmm.
Taylor and Richard Burton, who go at it, and it's a 4-person stage play
Yeah.
shot by Mike Nichols,
Yeah.
the great Mike Nichols, and it is extreme dialogue of attacking each other at the
Well, it's
lowest,
like War of the Roses.
least
almost,
fair
yeah.
level, where they're crossing lines.
Mhm.
I won't go into the
No,
details,
it
but
is,
but
but
this
it's
is supposed to be more Woody Allen-ish. They're just nagging on each
Yeah.
other, but it's not funny nagging.
No.
It's just nagging, and after I can only take so long of them nagging each other.
No, it's just very. I'd rather watch.
I said it's
Woody
like
movie.
the Honeymooners. I'm dating myself again. I wasn't even a Honeymooners fan, but
love
it's like they're going back and forth. But that was funny.
Yeah.
This was not funny.
No.
Look, I used to see Olivia Wilde back in her younger days. She was a hot girl. You know, she was like an it chick, right?
Well, yeah,
Like-
she's
like
been
she was
around
a
for
sex
while, and
symbol.
she's still
When she was married to
Jason Sudeikis.
Vegas. And now she's older, and she was playing older. She was playing more
A mom.
40-ish, you
Well,
know.
she was playing a mom
they
of a
have a
12-year-old.
child who's
12.
sleeping over somewhere else, so she's
Yeah.
not involved in this. And she's repressed and sexually repressed, and so she's been parading in front of the open window for Ed Norton to watch her from upstairs. And then Penelope Cruz plays every man's dream of the
Hot chick
hot chick upstairs who wants to, pardon my language, fuck you, because
Right.
that's what that's
wants
what
to do
happens.
it,
They come
yeah.
down, and we're not giving away. This
Yeah.
is just the basic premise of the movie.
They
is
want to have a foursome.
they want to have a foursome, and it takes a long time to get to
Yeah.
that point, as it probably would in real life. But I don't know. Ed Norton doesn't.
I love Ed Norton.
I do too, but when I think of Rounders and what's
Oh, he's been
American
in so
X
many.
and all, he plays tougher, less
He's never
likable.
in a-
He's trying
in
to
a
play the likable guy named
romantic
Hawk. Yeah,
Comedy.
yeah.
kind
He's
of.
not the romantic comedy type, and she admits early on, Penelope, to Seth Rogen, and I've been with him for less than a year. And you got the feeling they weren't going to stay together.
Yeah.
And I found Penelope's character completely unappealing because she's like a nymphomaniac. All she wants to do is just sleep. Let's just invite every
your clothes off.
weekend. She's only with Ed Norton because, well, she can have anything she wants. And then we'll try this, we'll try this. You know, it's just hard for me because I'm not. I don't find Seth Rogen to be leading man sexy, so it was hard for me to believe. She says, "Oh, I want him," and they go off in his office for a
But
while.
it wasn't about that. It was just that she was
Just any and everybody.
She's just
you know.
into the foursome, the
and,
swinging.
and she calls herself a sexologist, and so I'm sure a lot of men would fantasize. Oh, I wish there was a Penelope who lived upstairs from me who wanted to come down and have a foursome, and it's just wholly unbelievable and unappealing. Where I wasn't rooting for anybody.
I just wanted to
after a
turn it
while.
off, but
Yeah,
would've
I don't
rather
get
watched
the
Hallmark.
appeal of it.
I don't know. People don't maybe know Woody Allen.
Yeah,
They should watch a Woody Allen
no
movie.
offense to Rashida Jones, but
Well, I like Rashida Jones, and I love her work.
so I guess it's a clever conceit to have the four people and then
Mix it up.
Let it go
Yeah.
where it's going to go, and you can tell that Olivia and Seth's relationship is basically broken,
Right.
and you're supposed to think that, oh, maybe this will bring them back together. In real life, it would not bring them back together.
No.
And the other problem I have with it, because I don't drink or drug,
Mm-hmm.
that they are drunk and marijuana drunk,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they're high drunk, and yeah, if you do that, then all bets are off, and nobody's going to react real to me.
No.
It's
Well,
nothing
in the
that
morning,
can
then you
carry
wake
over.
up and you realize what you did,
It's
so.
not going to carry over to the next day. I don't know.
So we're not going to see
I
it
was
for a
just like,
second time.
come on, man, this is great. Seriously? I didn't
Watch
get it.
Annie Hall.
Yeah, watch Annie Hall. So then, on a whim, we have a little fight on the next night, whichever night it
remember
was.
I don't remember that fight.
We were out of series because we'll get to the finale of Lucky in just a second, but we're looking for something, and we're on, I don't know what we're on. First we're on Prime, and then we go to Netflix. We're looking and looking, and I say, well, I'll do that. And she's like, come on.
Oh, that fight.
We don't
I
have
now
anything in
remember.
common. And
No,
she's trying to tell me that we don't like the same stuff.
No.
We've been together for 20 freaking years.
Right, but-
And we've watched 19,000 series and
Right,
movies
but
together
I
and
also-
liked
I have also-
95%.
Excuse me. I have also given in a lot and watched things that I don't normally watch, where you would not give in and watch a Hallmark movie with me. There you go.
I would not.
I will give in and I will watch some
As long as
gory mafioso stuff.
As long
and
as
I
it's
will
got a
watch
hot
it.
guy in it.
Well, I have to
And-
find
and
some
she's
kind of redeeming.
Totally a hypocrite, because if it's John Wick,
That
and,
I'll
and
watch.
he's blowing everybody's brains
Yeah,
out,
I
or
don't
guts
mind
out,
it. It's
because she
Keanu
thinks
Reeves.
he's hot.
Right, but I will watch. I have watched numerous movies and series with you that I'm not really into. You will never go. You're not going to sit there and watch HGTV with me or Hallmark.
I do
or
watch
any kind-
HGTV for like 4
2
minutes.
seconds.
Yeah.
House Hunters International, and you want to see how much the house is they're going to buy. Anyway,
Okay.
fast forward. We found
Okay, so
something.
we're just scanning.
Well, he does this
flipping.
thing. He
You want
goes
this?
on the movie for 1 second. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? And then he stops at, oh, look at this. And I look to see what it is. Oh, some girl is dead somewhere, and the detective has to find it. And
there
there's
are these-
horror, gory people
right
being
now,
murdered.
There are like 10 new action movies out,
They're all the same.
and they're all the same, and they were
can't
made
take
in a
it.
week on a very low budget with no star actors.
It's
right?
horrible, and some of them are subtitled.
subtitles, but we're stuck, and the night is not young anymore.
Right, and I keep
it's
saying to
time-
him, we
go,
have to
go.
find something. We have 8,000 streaming channels. And I go, oh, look, what about that? I don't want to watch that comedy. That's a stupid comedy.
It's stupid.
I would rather watch
so
a
then we
comedy
get in a
that's
fight
fun.
about that we don't like the same comedies, and I'm like, I don't like stupid comedies.
Right, he only likes smart comedies.
Okay,
so.
but I told her, I said, did we not love Anchorman and Talladega
Yes,
Nights?
I love those.
Do we not love Blazing Saddles?
Yes, but
Do
then
we
you've
not
got to
love
go
Caddyshack?
Right, but you got to go past it
Okay.
to find new ones.
Do we not love? We started watching this the other night. Family Guys.
Oh, we love
Okay,
Family Guy.
Why do I love Family Guy? Because it's smart.
funny.
It's
I know, but
smart,
sometimes
funny.
you
It's
gotta
not
come
silly,
down off of
goofy,
that-
dumb. It's not dumb.
Come down
funny.
off of the New York Times and go down to the New York Post.
Okay.
Okay?
But all of a sudden I say, well, wait a second. This looks interesting. And finally she says,
Okay.
okay, let's give it a shot. And it's called Relay.
And I
we
like him.
highly recommend it.
Riz Ahmed.
I don't know him. You know
I
him
do. He
better.
played
Okay.
a deaf drummer in that movie that was
Oh,
really
yeah, yeah.
great.
Okay. So Relay is very
It's
good.
so good.
It is riveting from start to finish.
Oh, look, it's Riz. I want to
Okay,
say
look her
Ahmed.
up.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's Lily James is
Yeah,
the other
she's
star.
great. I like
and,
her.
And she has to play a dual role in this that is sensational.
It's really good.
So
Riz Ahmed, yeah,
Yeah.
and Lily James, and Sam Worthington was in it.
yeah, we don't want to
Love.
spoiler alert
And
any
Victor
of it,
Garber.
but just trust us on this. It is captivating suspense.
Yeah, it's
with
good.
one of the all-time plot twists in the history
Yeah,
of
we
plot
didn't see
twists
that
we
coming.
did not see coming, to the point you're like,
Wow, that was really well
And it
written.
worked.
Yeah, it was believable.
It
and
wasn't
real.
unbelievable.
No.
It didn't offend you. You didn't say, "Oh, come on."
No, it
You
was
said,
good.
"Oh, come on. Here we go."
It was amazing.
Relay, and it's just sitting there, and I don't know if it was in the movies for 3
I think
minutes.
maybe it's coming up, but he is such a good actor.
He is very good at
so
this role.
believable.
He is playing a guy who tries to stay completely in the shadows to assist whistleblowers, to assist them through their whistleblowing and after they come out of their whistleblowing, when they are, whatever
Have to go
happens,
into
they're
hiding.
paid
They
off
have to
and
go
they have
into.
to, yes. And he is extremely astute at all forms of communication, and the reason it's called relay is because he communicates through a relay service, the tri-state relay service,
It's great.
in which he types his answer, and then the relay person
Relays it to the
relays it
to
to
the whistleblower.
the whistleblower on the phone.
And it's just another person, so you're
Yes.
not talking directly to that person.
Yes, so
It's worth a shot for an hour and a half.
it is really good.
It's really
And
good.
so we sat back at the end of it and said, we were much more entertained by this than we were by the invite.
Oh,
And they're
indeed.
not, they're two totally
They're very
different genres,
but without a doubt,
but still, on just the sheer
yeah.
entertainment scale,
yeah,
where
it was great.
maybe it's because I had no expectations for Relay and I had I had
Yeah.
high expectations for the
Yeah, but
invite.
also I think because it was so different than any other movie. Relay, I mean, The Invite is just Woody Allen done over and over and over again.
Yeah,
This is so fresh and different,
it's just different
Yeah.
and it's great.
and it's a great
And we
story.
highly
Yeah.
recommend it from start to
Yeah,
finish.
it was great.
I can't imagine if somebody watched the first 10 minutes, they wouldn't be entertained
No,
by
you're
the
hooked.
last whatever.
You're hooked.
Yeah, you are definitely hooked. Which brings us to another series we were hooked on from the start. You're okay. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. You can
All right,
sleep.
she's sleeping,
She's
so let's-
sleeping over here. Lucky. We liked it from the start,
Great.
mostly because of Anya.
And we have to give it up for a little bit to,
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant.
We loved him in Justified. I
Justified.
didn't love him that much in this. He plays her
he-
father, but he's
he's
fine.
still good.
He's fine. Annette Bening's okay, but listen, Anya
She steals
Taylor-Joy
it.
just takes it over. She is
Powerhouse.
powerful. She's
Yeah.
a powerhouse, and she can play physical. She plays a con artist in this, with a heart of gold, obviously, and we watched the grand finale.
It was great.
And unfortunately, I think it is the finale for the series.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think it's going to come back because, without
Well, the
giving it
characters
away,
don't really
it's-
lend to a second
no,
season,
they
but-
don't work.
Yeah,
The
but
outcome of this series does not lend
No.
itself to a second season.
but it's worth watching for the 8 to 10 episodes. It's just
and by the way,
captivating.
the finale was grand.
Yeah, it's great.
It was very well written. It had plot twists and
Yeah.
curveballs that we did not see coming. And in the end, it was a
Just
smash hit
entertaining.
for a smash hit series that grabbed us from the start. She's an A-list star.
Oh.
That's who she is. She's
Anything
A-list.
she does.
Yeah.
Great.
Way to go. And it left us a little sad because
Yeah,
it
we
just
wanted
feels
to
like
see it.
that's the end of it. And that's fine. She's onward and upward to a lot of other things. And then on another whim,
We still have Reacher.
we still have Reacher, and we haven't watched this week's.
No.
We'll be commenting on Reacher in the near future, but we did stumble on something that we should have seen, and I wasn't even aware of it when it was happening between 2018 and 2022. It went for 4 years.
I was, because my friend Mark told me, watch this series. It's the best series on TV.
and her
we
friend
never
Mark's a
watched it.
critic,
Yeah,
and he's really good in New York City.
Yeah, well, he's for the Wall Street Journal.
Big time. And I didn't even know what it was, Killing Eve. I didn't know anything about Jodie Comer, who plays the villain, but
Yeah.
kind of the star of it.
And Sandra Oh.
But Sandra Oh, they're dueling co-stars. And we watched season 1, and
We couldn't wait for the TV that night to watch it.
it was sensational.
It is so
It-
good.
it's just so good because Jodie Comer plays an assassin
Who's a psychopath.
who will literally cut your balls off.
Yeah.
She'll do whatever she wants to do. She has zero conscience, but she's funny.
Yeah, she is
And
funny.
she has good lines that she delivers convincingly.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I
Good
kind of
actress.
like her.
Yeah, I like her too, even though she's a psychopath, but I like her.
And she is a complete and utter psychopath who, when she's going to kill a guy who she's contracted to kill, she corners him and she's like, come on, let's get this over with. And he's, oh, no, I have kids. And she's like, just calm down. It's not that bad. It'll be over in a second.
Right.
She's just going to slit your throat,
She's mean.
Yeah. Well, but mean doesn't even, she just has zero conscience where she doesn't have any feeling about killing somebody or how she kills them. She just does.
But it's entertaining, and I don't like bloody, gory things, but this is just...
this is where the hypocrisy comes in. This thing, she wouldn't watch Mobland with me because it's too bloody. This is, trust me on this, trust me, this is 100 times more bloody than Mobland.
I'm gonna watch Mobland. I'm never gonna live it down for Mobland.
But it's 100 times more,
Okay.
and she'll just hide her eyes. But this is splatter. This is like a horror movie where she is splattering people.
No, it's bad. I have to hide my eyes, but I
She
still
is
like it.
castrating people. She is wiping. She takes a hairpin that has a syringe in it and stabs a guy in the eye with it. That also
I missed
happened.
that one.
I'm watching Furious. She won't watch
yeah.
Furious.
No.
We're to the grand finale. I'm going to wait to comment on it until next week. But
It's good.
it's
And
very bloody.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already, but
And-
we're late
and-
to the party.
And this Killing Eve is not like comic book bloody. You know, it's
No,
not like John Wick gets comic booky
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah,
You know,
no, yeah.
he's just
it's
shooting
kinda-
everybody in the
Yeah.
disco, right?
This is more
But
realistic.
This is extreme realism, and she is the best assassin. And we've seen Jackal, assassin,
yeah.
but he's a shooter. You know,
Yeah.
he's a long
Yeah.
distance
No,
shooter.
she comes up
She
with
she just figures out.
creative
She's got a little bit
ideas.
of lucky in her. She's got a little bit of Anya con artistry where both of them play on their female wiles, where they can play charming and
Yeah, they get seduced.
hey, I left my keys in there.
Yeah.
Would you just let me just for a second go in there to get my keys?
Yeah, no, they're
Right.
very beautiful, and they
She's
have...
beautiful.
Oh,
She's
man, she is drop dead
Jodie
gorgeous.
Comer. You sent me a video.
Yeah.
Of her. God.
She's funny.
And she hasn't done that much big.
Well, not here, but she has worked a lot.
She's
so,
British.
Yeah.
But she plays Russian in
Yeah.
this. I don't know. We were
worth
just
watching if you
captivated. So
never
now
watched it,
we're going to
so
try season
season
2.
two.
Okay.
Late to the party,
And,
but
and we thought maybe
whatever.
Jodie Comer dies at the end of season
No.
1 and that they're just going to have a different
Yeah.
villain in season
Yeah.
2. No.
so
she
we're
almost
excited
does,
to
but
watch it.
no. Whew. Okay. Quick thought on Meghan Markle because you brought it up to me
Oh, yeah.
because you read first that
She was going to be...
Guy Ritchie
yeah.
was thinking about casting her in the reboot of The Gentleman or the next season
Next
of The
season,
Gentleman.
Which
And
I love.
and
We
she
love
went-
The Gentleman.
she went crazy and
Oh,
said, please no.
I could not
It
believe
will be
that.
ruined. And
Yeah,
then the
I
next
wouldn't
day,
watch it.
we see an update. Guy Ritchie has decided not to cast her
Right.
because the backlash was so
Oh,
severe.
the UK
Right?
was just flipping
Wow.
that he would actually put her. And now they say, well, the fact that Harry and Meghan are moving back to the UK, she thought she was going to start a new acting career. They said that they don't have high hopes for her acting career in the UK, so they're kind of floundering.
I don't hate her as much as you do because
It's not like I hate her, but I don't, now
Wh-
she's
wh-
moved away from being the actress, and so her life has become, was royalty, I guess it still is royalty, but that has come with a lot of craziness
I mean,
that
is she
was
just-
disclosed.
was she just an opportunist?
Well,
Who
the
used
word
her
is that
feminine
she knew who
wiles
he was,
to
and she
seduce him and
pretends
sort of-
that
yeah.
she didn't know who he was, and so, and apparently when she was
So
living
was
over
she
there,
a
she
big
wasn't
mistake
that.
for him?
No, he seems to be happy with his 2 kids and his wife, and he moved away from that world of,
Yeah. Didn't they move to Santa Barbara for a while?
Montecito.
Montecito.
Yeah.
Well, it's close. That's
They live in Tyler Perry's 10-room house, which
Okay.
I don't know, but they don't have a income. But
I'm sure he'll be taken care of in the long run.
well, he did
right?
write the scathing book that made a lot of money, and that was why they were ousted from living in the UK after that.
Is she in your head like Kim Kardashian? Is that,
No, I would
okay.
take Markle over Kardashian.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, at least Markle was an actress. She really was an actress. She was
Oh,
on that
okay.
show Suits.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah,
She also was the girl that with the briefcase on what was that with
Oh,
Howie
yeah,
Mandel?
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I got it.
whatever that
Yeah.
game
We
show
used to
was.
watch it,
Yeah. But I just don't want to see her in that show because you already know she's removed herself from being an actress. So now you only know her as Harry, you know, the princess or whatever, the Duchess. She's the Duchess. Now it's hard to put her back into she's going to play a role on The Gentleman, which isn't going to happen anymore. You can't actually believe that. I mean, when you watch a show,
Okay.
you want to believe what you're watching. So it's hard to say, oh, she's that character now, when you know that she's no longer in that world.
Uh-oh. Down
So,
she goes.
That's my 2 cents
Dennis
on
the
it.
Menace. She'll get into something here in just a second.
And everything they've
This is
touched
just
has
me.
now
On
gone
sheer
down.
sex appeal, I'll take Kim Kardashian over Meghan Markle any day or night.
No.
Any day or
I mean,
night.
Markle at least is more real. Kardashian, there's not an ounce of any real as far as body is and face. There's no real to them. But
Well, it's pretty good fake.
oh my God, well, go to Beverly Hills, walk
I
on
know.
Bedford. You could see a lot of the fake.
They've inspired all of us,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
You go to the mall and you could see everybody as a Kim Kardashian look-alike. So
This is an email question from Moss from San Diego. According to Jafar Jackson, Michael too will address the child allegations against Michael from quote-unquote his point of view. I find this to be a joke, says Moss. How can you truly deal with his allegations from quote-unquote his eyes? Clearly this will be all fluff and BS. You two have been over all things Michael and Michael too, so would love to hear your thoughts on this. Is this the right approach, or feel like me, it's just a pathetic approach?
well, he's not alive, so it's very hard to, you know, if he was here and he was going to be a consultant on the film, but now you're going according to everybody else's,
Yeah.
you know, conclusions to this and what was documented and what then eventually came down that he was exonerated.
Yeah.
But now you're leaving it to the writers to decide how they're going to portray this.
Look,
Just leave
Moss,
him alone. Just
this
end
isn't
it.
like an unauthorized biography or unauthorized movie of his life.
Mm-hmm.
This is authorized, and
Yeah, but authorized by who? Authorized by his family.
The family is
Yeah.
overseeing.
Yeah.
Hold on, she's got to go get
Yeah.
this. So we both concluded this is mostly, if not all, for Michael Jackson fans, and we don't have any problem with that. And we're big fans of Michael Jackson. So, hey, stop it.
Hey, you gotta stop right now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we don't expect any more from this. We don't need the truth to come out in this, because this isn't the vehicle for the truth to come out. And by the way, he was never convicted
No,
of
he
any
wasn't.
of the allegations, not convicted at all. So clearly, if you're going to do it, we don't care whether they do it or not in Michael 2.
No.
But if they're going to do it, well, obviously, they're going to do it from his eyes, because that's the only way to appeal to his fans. And we read many of their comments last week. His fans believe body and soul that he was not guilty of any of the
Right.
allegations. I don't know. All I know is that he was never convicted
Right.
of any of
Well,
this.
they would have to show that because
Okay.
Right.
But it's
They
just
should-
not
they
the
should just give it
the
up.
place
and
or
just let it
time.
be.
Yeah.
So tired of
There've been I've said this so many times before, there've been so many sports stars who are in halls of fame who were not good people and did bad things, and they're still in the halls of fame.
right.
And there are so many actors or performers or singers or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're not good people at all, and they've done a lot of bad things, but their art is their art.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most artists are even more flawed than most of us are, right?
Right.
Okay, so because they have more temptation, they have the money, I just accept it. Was Michael Jackson talented?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I saw him live in concert. I like Prince slightly more than I like Michael Jackson, but I was wildly entertained by him in concert.
I would have liked to see him.
Okay, so could he sing and could he dance? Yes.
I wish they would just
Could
stop.
he perform?
Why do we have to
Yes.
just keep
Was
making
Thriller
these?
all time? Yes, all time great. Okay, so we just accept that. Was he flawed? I'm sure he was very flawed in various ways. It's just okay.
I don't know. Just give it up. Move on with this.
This is
Michael
Donovan
Jackson.
from New Orleans who says, the lead actor of Wonder Man spoke out against how his show Wonder Man was canceled and how the Blade reboot keeps being postponed. Donovan says, I 1000% agree with him that it's very telling that these two titles are headed by a black man. I'm a big Marvel fan, but I'm beginning to question and ask us, is Marvel racist? Well,
I mean, my brother read Marvel comics growing up.
Yeah.
I was never a Marvel
no.
person.
Yeah.
But I do not remember ever seeing a black Marvel character.
Well, these are two.
I mean, back in the
that-
comic book days, I
No.
don't know, maybe
Well,
then
back
that
in
was
our
60s,
childhood,
70s, 80s.
no,
I never saw.
no. And is Marvel racist? I have no idea how to quantify that because we're not big Marvel fans. We've seen many. We haven't
Yeah.
seen Spider-Man yet.
No, but I like Spider-Man, the
okay,
first
we
one.
do, and we've seen dozens of them in the past. We're not huge fans, so we haven't followed the franchise very closely to be able to have an informed, astute opinion on whether they're racist or not. All I know is they have been wildly, wealthily successful, appealing to white kids, right? Isn't that who they are? Don't they
Well, I don't
mostly
know. I
appeal?
think-
Maybe there are.
I
a
think
lot of black
everybody
kids
likes it. Everybody goes to the movie. It doesn't
but
matter
they've
what
been
color you are. I think
unabashed about
everybody-
we're presenting white America, white superheroes, right?
Yeah.
But I'm with the premise of this, and Donovan, you are right. It smacks of racism, even if it's just sort of unsaid racism. It's what they don't do, right? It's not what they do, it's
Right,
what they
it's what's
don't
not
do,
said,
right?
yeah.
Okay. It's not overt racism, it's covert, or however you want to say it. This is Manny from Memphis who says, Jason Statham has a new movie out. I've been reading bad reviews, but
I'll see it.
I'm all in on anything he does,
Me too.
says Manny.
My sister loves him.
If
too.
you're creating your action star Mount Rushmore, that means 4.
Okay.
Who are you putting up on your Mount Rushmore of action stars?
Okay.
Action stars. Have you decided on yours?
I would put up there Keanu,
Yeah,
John Wick.
no surprise.
I would, excuse me,
Mhm.
I would put up there, I do like Bruce Willis,
Yeah,
that's another one.
mm-hmm,
And I would put up there Liam Neeson
okay,
and Jason.
wow. Okay, I want more old school. Arnold is up there. Just
Okay.
because he's just Arnold.
Okay.
And Sly is up there
Yeah,
just because he's
Stallone.
Sly.
Yeah, I missed that.
Okay, they're older school than you went for.
I would maybe swap out Liam for Stallone.
Okay, all right. I'm with you on Bruce Willis, and it's just because of the Die Hard
Oh,
franchise.
yeah.
But he did how many? Is it 4?
Yeah, I
4?
think it was 4.
Or did we get to 5? We saw all of them. We saw the last one together.
Doesn't even matter. Number 1 was the best. And he was
It's
great.
one of my all-time
He
faves.
is just so good.
And you know what? I'm going to put Jason Statham up there
All
just
right.
because.
Jason.
Well, to your point, this latest, it's called Mutiny, and the reviewers are ripping it because it's not really a mutiny on a ship,
Yeah,
but
they were
whatever.
from- I don't
But
care.
every one of them
It's great.
is entertaining
I love the
because
one with
he's
the dog,
entertaining.
with the eye, when he was
I
in,
know,
when he
it's
was
really
at the
good.
lighthouse with
We've
the dog.
lost
That
all-
was so good.
I can't remember the name of it now. It's
Neither
a
do
weird
I.
name.
It was good. I think that was one of his best.
Every single one of them.
Oh,
He
so
just
good.
he plays the same guy
But that's what
in
you
a different
want.
setting, and it worked. And
And
it worked. And it worked.
and you
and
know
it
what you're going
worked,
to get
and-
with
and
him.
As Manny said, I'm all in on anything he does.
Me too.
Well, that's the definition of Mount Rushmore,
Me
right?
too.
But but then I think of Harrison Ford, and I think of Tom
No,
Cruise, and
I
I think of Clint Eastwood, and I think of Mel Gibson, especially early Mel when he's playing
yeah.
Road Warrior.
Oh my
you know.
God.
Okay, and I think of Keanu, who I love,
Keanu, definitely. John Wick, come on.
Okay.
And even The Matrix.
and The Matrix.
The only thing with Jason, I'm a little disappointed that he's doing Discover commercials. That kind of turns me off. Like, it's a sellout,
Yeah.
but okay.
I
They
didn't.
all do.
Our friend Billy Bob started doing
Right.
commercials, and we're like, and
Well, that's where
I
the
talked
money
to him. I
is.
didn't ask him about this. He volunteered it, but he said, "Hey, I talked to Taylor Sheridan. Should I do these commercials?" And he's like, "Hey, this is generational wealth kind of money for your kids. You know, you should just do them because you've earned the right to do them." So is Jason Statham. So he's earned the right.
Well,
to do
the
them,
first
'cause the
big
money
one
is
that
ridiculous.
the first big one that did it was George Clooney
He
and
did.
Danny DeVito in the
That's true.
Nespresso
Yeah,
commercials.
that's true.
And Brad Pitt did it. So
Yeah, okay. Okay, this is, how are we doing here? We're doing pretty well. This is, I think, our last question for this round. This is Clancy from Cape Coral, Florida, who says, "I want to see the end of Oak Street." We haven't seen the
no,
end
but
of Oak Street.
I'd like to see that.
And Clancy says, "Absolutely loved it.
Oh, good. I
Wanted
want
to
see
ask,
it.
do you think you two could kill and survive dinosaurs like Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor do?" I guess we should see this.
I'd like to see it. I really want to see it.
Can't wait to hear your answer. Skip 1000% will say he could kill a T-Rex.
It's got the T-Rex. I think okay, let me think. If a dinosaur was coming after my mother and
Yeah.
my sister
Yeah,
and you were my
Yeah.
best friends,
yeah, that's true.
I would have to muster up enough strength and figure something out. Like, what's her name? Millie Bobby Brown in that movie where she slays the dragon, which was really great, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was a really good movie.
Yep.
I would try. I don't know if I would win, but I would definitely try if it meant that I have to save people I love.
I will second that emotion. I know this woman, and
Even though I'm 96 pounds.
if this woman, if anything she loved, if anyone she loved were threatened by a T-Rex,
Hazel. I forgot the
if
name.
Hazel were
Hazel.
threatened by a T-Rex or
I
a
would-
gigantic dog
Yeah, or bear.
or bear or tiger or lion,
Right.
she would try.
I would.
She would just give up her life and stand in front and fight to the death.
I would.
That's what
yeah.
she would do.
That's what I would do.
And could I figure out how to kill a T-Rex? If you gave me my shotgun, yes.
Well, what if you don't have a gun? I'm trying to do it with my bare hands or like with rocks or something.
A T-Rex is kind of like, that would be a very tall order because
But you could kick them down in the private parts.
I don't think you can even reach the private parts.
That could be a problem.
It would be a problem, but I would
You would
figure out
try.
how to do it.
Yeah.
And I would definitely try. I would need some kind of weapon to use, but whatever weapon was at my disposal,
Yeah. Okay.
I would pull it off.
Slingshot.
So
or
Clancy, the answer is 1000% yes.
Yes.
Yes. I would kill a T-Rex. If the T-Rex was going to chomp on Hazel and swallow Hazel
Yeah.
as just a little
something.
appetizer,
Right.
yeah.
And I think
He would-
Hazel
he would have a
Hazel
problem
would
with me.
fight the T-Rex.
Hazel would definitely fight the T-Rex and bite its toes.
Hazel
She is.
clamp on its ankle.
She would. She is completely. You know, we're all kind of cut out of the same cloth.
Crazy.
We might not come across this way right now, but under fire, if challenged,
Yeah.
all three of us would go psycho,
We would. We would.
and we would die for our cause.
I keep a bat by the kitchen door. She goes to pee out on the terrace, and there are owls around here in the
True.
fall, and you can
Yeah.
hear them. Woo, woo, woo.
And they are
sometimes they could
vicious.
swoop down and lift her up. And
They
I
would
keep the
try.
bat, and every time I open up that screen door at night, I always think, if there's an owl that's going to come, I would even do it without the bat. I would just take it. I would just start shaking it and killing it.
And
if
you
I was to
realize
save
they
her,
have claws.
I would get clawed, of course.
You would get clawed.
But I would try to save her.
Yeah, owls are vicious, and there are many reports in our neighborhood of
Yeah.
dogs in the backyard who suddenly vanish
because the
at the
owl
claws
lifts them
of
up,
owls.
right?
Yes. Whew.
And what's the other bird that does that? Not a falcon. What's that bird that does it? Those big birds. You saw it.
Vultures?
You saw it at the golf course.
Oh, hawks.
Hawk.
Oh, they're hawks all around here. And you can see
And
them
in
on,
Connecticut they were. When
in the
you used to
mornings,
go.
you can see them sitting on the power lines.
Yeah.
Gigantic hawks. And I see them at the golf course, and they will swoop. And then at the golf course, you'll always see there'll be a bird nest, and the mom will be battling the hawk in midair, just trying to
Really?
distract him and just peck at him to keep him away, because he just wants the babies.
Oh, and one last thing I'm going to say, nothing to do with that, but I wanted to say, Diane Warren, the wonderful songwriter,
Oh, good.
who has written more songs than everything from Aerosmith, Michael Bolton, Leanne Rimes, everyone, Cher, Turn Back the Time. She's the biggest songwriter, Grammy Award winning. I saw her on the local news here, KTLA.
Yeah.
There was a little piglet got loose and was running in the street, and they couldn't capture him. And then finally they got him, and she's a big animal saver,
Yeah.
conservationist, wonderful person. And they brought the piglet to an animal shelter, and
Cool.
they put it up for adoption.
Beautiful.
And she adopted it with her organization.
Okay.
And I want to say that's the greatest thing, because I love pigs and I love cows, and I think that,
And dogs.
and I love dogs, and I love goats, I love all animals, and I think that's the greatest thing to do, to save this little piglet from being, I don't know, butchered or whatever they were going to do to it. And she's a wonderful person, so a shout out
Okay,
to
way to go,
Diane Warren.
Diane. And with that, we end round 84. Hazel says thank you for watching.
Hazel's going after the T-Rex.
She's going after the T-Rex. And we'll see you next week if, in fact, we're still
We're
speaking.
still speaking. Peace out. Have a good week.